Welcome back. Today I'm going to talk to you about something that you probably don't want to hear about. But if you clicked on this video, then you need to hear about it. And that is, stop trying to help people who don't want to be helped. You see, most people do not want to hear about responsibility. And I'm not talking about responsibility to their jobs or to society or to the government or to their families. I'm talking about personal responsibility. That they're at where they're at because of their own actions or inactions. See, most people are going to say anything or do anything in order to avoid admitting to themselves, even if they know it on any given level, that they're actually responsible for the plights in their life. They'll blame the government. They'll blame each other. They'll blame their wives, their husbands, their kids. They'll blame their parents. They'll blame you. But but they will blame everything and everyone in this world. They'll blame the dog walking down the street. Somehow it's their fault, but they will not look at themselves and say, that's my fault. Because you see, when someone admits that it's their fault, that means they've taken their power back. You see, you cannot ever change another person. You can't make them do something they or refuse to do. It's impossible. You can convince them, but if they're adamant about not doing it, they're not going to do it, and there's nothing you do to stop that. So, but you can change you. You can alter your behavior. You can alter, what you do, how you respond to something. See, time and time again, I'm guilty as anyone else on this one. You see, you improve yourself somehow. You strive, you fight like hell to get it. And you're so proud of yourself for what you've done that you would, you want to help out other people. You want to reach out and help those around you because you know what it's like being in the dumps. You know that there's a better way. Hell, you've just done it. You know that other people can do it. You know how to do it. And you try to, you know, encourage them. You try to talk some sense into them. You try to inspire them. And you know what usually happens? And this happens many times to me. You hear common sayings like, it is what it is, meaning it's just a complete cop out. Oh, you don't understand. This. It's bullshit. If anyone starts with the excuses, honestly, you just tune out. Um, I mean, I've been doing this for a while, and the number of excuses or the range of excuses you're gonna hear is just mind blowing. You hate where you're at. You don't want to be there, but you don't want to lift a finger to help yourself. Here, I'm giving it to you. Here, take it. And it's like they will not take it. Now, you can offer and be like, hey, if you're interested, this is I know how you can help yourself, and here you go. And then this is very important. Watch for the response. Either there's going to be a protracted silence, like they're completely uninterested in what you have to say regarding helping themselves, or the excuses start flowing. Now, once in a while, you might get someone who says, yes, I'm interested. Fantastic. Give it to them. Show them how. Encourage them. And if they fall off the bandwagon later, it's okay. Just encourage them if you can. If they go back into excuse making time, just let it go. Just let it go. You can't force them to help themselves. No matter how much you want to do, no matter how much I want to do, you cannot help someone who refuses to help themselves. You cannot. You just have to say, okay, that's all right, and move on. If they come back later, offer up the same damn stuff again. Maybe even learn something better by then. But you can help yourself. You cannot help people who don't want to be helped. You can inspire others. You can encourage them. But you can't do it for them. You can't do the work for them. If you could, I mean, I'd already be selling packages like, hey, I'll do this work for you. Basically turn your whole life around because I know how to do it. And because I did it for myself. If I can do it for myself, I can do it for anybody. But I was desperate for it. I wanted it so badly. I was hungry for it. No matter the price I had to pay, I was determined to turn my life around. No matter what shape that turned out into, I was determined never to repeat the cycles of the past again, because it was just too much. It was just too much to bear anymore. It was too much, too long, and I was sick of it. No matter what had to happen, I was going to do it, and I did. But I was determined. Nothing would stand in my way. If I fell down, I got right back up again and kept going. Since then, I haven't met a single person like in my day to day life that is like that. Not a one. And I'm not talking about people online, because many of you are like that. But in my day to day life, I have yet to make any connection like that. I've heard excuses, enough excuses to fill a reservoir, and it's about to burst because of the number of excuses. They're just overflowing. And even last night, I was trying to help two people, and all I got was a bunch of excuses. More excuses, more excuses, more excuses. Oh, woe is me. Oh, I wish this would happen. I wish that would happen. I'm like, yeah, you can wish all you want, but if you want to do something, here, I'll give it to you. Take it, free. Just take it. And nope, they don't want it. They just don't want it. They'd rather cry about the problems rather than doing something about it. They just want to play the victim. And some of them even know better than that. They verbalize, they know they should be doing something. But do they? Nope. The excuses, once again, flow like a stream out of the mountains. And then it overflows because it's just like, bleh. the excuses just come pouring out. So, I mean, I'm having to learn this one too. I thought I had this one pat, but, when it's someone you actually have at least a little bit of care about, it's like it's harder to watch them go through the same crap that you've already been through and not be able to do anything about it. So I'm having to learn this one, and I'm telling you now, it's like, if you got friends, family, hell, my mom's like it too, and she may be watching this video, maybe not, but the excuses are endless. Oh, woe is me, I'm too old for that. She's not very old either. But the sky's falling, it's the government's fault, oh, I can't believe this, blah 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 blah. It's always the same old crap. And you want to help them, you want to encourage them, but how much are you willing to sacrifice yourself for a lost cause? Because that's what it is. It's a lost cause. It's totally different if they came to you and say, "Hey, this is I really want this. Can you help me?" That's totally different. But trying to force help on another person, pff, good luck with that. Hey, if you find out the secret on how to do that, and you let me know, because that would be an amazing tool to add to my tool belt. So far, I have not been able to figure that one out. But anyway, so this video is about me ranting, and hopefully that you can learn something from it too. Remember that you are the most important person in your life. I don't care if you're married, you have children, you're part of a church group, whatever. You are the most important person, because no matter what happens, you will always be with you, no matter what. So remember to take care of yourself. Remember to put yourself first, because you're not, they may call you selfish, but honestly, you're showing by example. And if you want, say, your children to learn how to take care of themselves, whatever comes out of your mouth is one thing, but honestly, what they're really going to be looking at is the way you behave. They learn much more from what you actually do. What you say means very little. What you actually do day in and day out is a very different story. That you learn by watching. You learn by example. That's how learning is done. That's how most people emulate another person, by watching them. So remember to put yourself first. And it's okay if you take time for yourself. Because if you don't take time for yourself, if you don't give yourself, priority in your own life, who's going to? And what are you teaching people around you? If you're going to inspire others, you need to be an inspiration for yourself. So, with that wisdom, I'll cut it loose now. You have a wonderful day, and go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. And if you do find that tool, like I said, let me know, because I'd love to know that one. And till next time, talk to you later.